Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto Skillet. In this video, I'm going to tell you about a brand new project that just launched called CAKED. So CAKED is a BNB miner that runs on the Binance Smart Chain, and this one pays up to 5% variable ROI daily. Now, as I mentioned, this one is brand new, so this one just launched today. And of course, with these kinds of miners, getting in early is really important because typically the people that get in the earliest tend to have the best results and the best returns. So that's why I'm bringing this to you guys right now, so you'll have the opportunity to get in at the very beginning. Now, CAKED has a very low minimum deposit amount of just 0.01 BNB, and it also has some really great anti-whale mechanisms in place as well, such as a cooldown period on re-caking, reduced referral rewards, and of course inflationary mechanics, which is how these types of miners work. Now, one of the great things about these inflationary miners is that they can be very sustainable over a long period of time. So if you're not already familiar with this particular type of miner, basically the ROI is variable because it automatically adjusts to different conditions, such as the overall contract balance, how often users are re-caking and eating, and other factors as well. So basically it adjusts your ROI according to the overall health of the project. So during times when the TVL is growing rapidly, your ROI will tend to grow rapidly as well. And then during periods where the TVL is falling, your ROI will adjust downward. And so that's one of the keys to the sustainability of these kinds of projects. And I've been in a lot of these kinds of projects, and I can tell you they do tend to last a very long time, especially when compared to other popular kinds of DeFi projects. But once again, with these kinds of projects, it's always best to get in as early as you can, because in general, the earlier you get in, the better your returns are gonna be. Now, you'll also be happy to know that this project has been audited as well. And of course, we're gonna take a look at those audit results later on in the video. Now, I'm going to be making a live deposit into this one myself, and I'll walk you through the entire process. It's super simple, and as you'll see, that's one of the great things about these kinds of projects as well. There's not a ton of different features that you have to worry about. It's all very streamlined and uncomplicated. You basically just invest BNB, then you can compound your earnings, and every so often you can go in and withdraw your rewards, and that's pretty much all there is to it. So it really is designed to be simple and long-lasting. And you're going to see exactly what I mean. So guys, make sure you stick around for this entire video because I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about CAKED. I'll show you around the dashboard. I'll walk you through all the features. We'll look at the FAQs. And of course, we're going to take a look at that audit as well. And I'm going to be making a live deposit into this one myself. And of course, after watching this video, if you want to check it out for yourself, I've got the link for this project down below in the description where you can get started. But first, before we get into the video, if you're new to the channel, welcome to Crypto Skillet, where we talk about all things crypto, and I share the latest and greatest DeFi projects and ways to make money in the crypto space. So if that's your cup of tea, then go ahead and leave a thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel. And do keep in mind that none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm an investor sharing my thoughts, experiences, and opinions. So always do your own research and never invest more than you're willing to lose into any crypto project. And now with that said, let's get into it. Alright, so this is the CAKED website, and as you can see, it says the BNB reward pool with the tastiest daily rewards, 5% variable returns daily. Now, it's got a very simple layout here. This is very much like the baked beans type of layout. So this is the main dashboard area, and it shows the current contract balance, your wallet balance, your breads, and I'll explain what those are in just a moment. And then down here is the area where you actually invest. Okay, as you can see, the minimum amount is just 0.01 BNB, and then once you've made your first investment, you'll be able to see your rewards right here in this area. And as I mentioned, it's a very simple type of system here. So there's really just 3 functions that you interact with. So basically you can invest, you can compound, and you can withdraw your rewards. So the CAKED button is what you use to actually invest or make a deposit of BNB. Then the re-cake button is what you use to compound your rewards. So that basically just means taking your earned rewards and using them to then reinvest, which of course grows your total amount of breads that you have, thereby giving you even more daily rewards. Okay, and every time you do that, you keep growing and growing the amount of breads that you have, and it causes a bit of a snowball effect where then the more breads you have, the more rewards you earn daily, and the more rewards you earn daily, the more that you have available to compound. Okay, now you can also withdraw those earned rewards as well, and you can do that by clicking the Eat Bread button. Okay, so a pretty simple layout here. Now, before you'll be able to actually use the platform, you have to connect your wallet. So right up here in the top right, you see this connect button. I'm going to go ahead and click that. And there we go. I've just connected my MetaMask wallet. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate exactly how this works. So right here in this box, I'm going to enter the amount of BNB that I want to invest. So I'm going to invest 0.083 BNB. And now right down here, it shows me how many breads I'm gonna earn for that amount of BNB. So right now that's gonna give me 3,426 breads. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and click Caked Bread, then confirm in my MetaMask. And there we go, you see it says cake baked successfully. So now if I refresh the page, you can see my Your Breads balance went up to 3,426. Okay, now over time, I'm gonna start accumulating rewards down here. Okay, so it's really that simple, guys. Now to go ahead and explain a little bit more about exactly how this works, they do have an FAQ section right here, so let's take a look. So here's a list of frequently asked questions. So how do I deposit? Of course, I just showed that to you guys. Just make sure that when you're depositing that you leave a little bit of extra BNB left over, so don't send all of the BNB that's in your wallet because you will need a little bit extra for gas fees. Okay, now what is the minimum deposit? It's 0.01 BNB, and there is no maximum deposit as you can see right here. Now what are breads? So the BNB that you deposit gets you bread, which are the miners that generate your rewards. Okay, now can I get my deposited BNB back all at once? No, you cannot get your deposited BNB all at once. The BNB is locked in the TVL and the BNB is received through the rewards. Now, as those rewards accumulate every day, you can withdraw them at any time, but that never takes away from the principal amount that you invested. Okay, now how is the value of my bread determined? So this is really where the magic comes in. It says the value of bread fluctuates based on the TVL and inflationary rates. Bread does not have a set price. And that's what I was explaining before. These inflationary miners fluctuate according to the health of the contract and overall user behavior, and that's the key to their sustainability. And of course, that is why these kinds of miners have become so incredibly popular. Now, what happens when I press the re-cake button? So re-caking compounds your rewards, increasing your breads over time. Now, there is a 60-minute cooldown period for re-caking, and as per the recommendation of the audit, which we're going to take a look at in just a moment, it says we have used the front end to make sure that the user's re-cakes give them at least one bread. All right, now what happens when I press Eat Breads? The BNB in your rewards is dispensed into your personal wallet minus those fees, and of course, ensure that your rewards accumulated will outweigh gas fees needed for the transaction. And gas fees are typically just a few cents. So as long as you at least have that much in your rewards, you're going to be just fine. Now, what will my daily percentage be? So the daily percentage is variable up to 5% based on factors like users' eating habits on the platform, contract balance, market bread, inflation, and more. Now, does the bread amount decrease when you eat? No, eating does not decrease the user's bread count. Only new deposits or re-cakes increase the bread holdings. So basically, when you eat, that is equivalent to withdrawing your rewards, and it does not decrease your bread amount. It's only taking those rewards that are generated by your breads. Now, what is the team's suggested strategy? So they recommend that you re-cake multiple times a week and then eat once a week to maintain balance and maximize rewards. Now, what happens if I do not actively re-cake or eat? It says keeping your breads idle will lead to inflation of bread prices, reducing your rewards over time. Active re-caking or eating is crucial to maintain value and rewards. And that is really, really important. If you've ever participated in these kinds of miners before, then you'll know this, but you don't just want to let your balance sit there without compounding or eating. Okay, a certain amount of activity is necessary to keep everything going properly, because as it says, otherwise your rewards are just going to inflate away. So make sure that you do come in and compound and eat from time to time. Now, is it too late to participate in the project? Well, of course, right now as I'm making this just launched, so it's still very, very early. But in case you're seeing this video at some later date in the future, it says the contract is written to provide an optimal entry for all users, new or old. This is the reason the breads per BNB amount changes with the fluctuation of the TVL. Now, is this sustainable? Of course, if there is still BNB in the TVL, rewards will always be distributed. And as I've explained earlier, these inflationary miners tend to be quite sustainable, especially compared to other popular types of DeFi projects. Now, what are the anti-whale mechanisms that are in place? So these include things like the cooldown period on re-baking, which again is 60 minutes, the reduced referral rewards, and inflationary mechanics. Now, how do I know that Caked Bread is safe? So the contract was launched as an immutable contract, meaning that no changes can be made by the dev or the team. And of course, they do have an audit as well, and I told you guys we would check that out. So if we come back to the main page, you can see the audit report right here. So let's go ahead and take a look. And here it is. This is the audit of Caked Bread done by Haze Crypto. You can see it was passed right here. And in their conclusion, they tell us the Caked Bread smart contract is safe for use on the Binance Smart Chain main network, and they found no vulnerabilities, no backdoors, and no scam scripts. Now, of course, they have all of the technical details here about the smart contract, the compiler version, the license, etc. And of course, if you want to see all of the details, I recommend that you come here and read through all of this yourself. But this is great to see right here. In the vulnerability description, they passed every single one of these categories except for the standard ROI investment plan. And that just tells us, as you can see down here, that because the system uses called ROI, you must consider it high risk. So any of these ROI dApps will fall into this category because you earn based on dividends that you receive from the interest, and you can get referral commissions as well, but you can't withdraw your principal directly. Okay, but for every other category here of the actual vulnerabilities within the contract, nothing was found at all. So that is great to see. Now then they have a breakdown of the fees here. So the buy fee is just 8%, the hatch fee is 2%, and that means compounding, by the way. Okay, and then the sell fee or the withdrawal fee is 5%. So pretty low fees here. And then for owner privileges, there's just 2, and that is to transfer ownership and renounce ownership. So that's great. There's nothing else that the owner can do. So overall, it looks really solid here. Okay, so there it is, guys. That is Caked Bread. And if we come down here, you can see that already just in these few minutes that I've taken to read through that FAQ in the audit, I've already started to accumulate rewards right here. I've already got 2 breads, and you can see the BNB amount that that's worth, and that's just within a few minutes here. So again, as I say, with these kinds of miners, you want to get in as early as you possibly can if you're going to get in, because that, of course, is the way that you can get the very best returns. And this literally just launched, so this is about as early as you could possibly get in. So again, if you want to check it out, I've got the link down below in the description where you can go ahead and get started. Now, of course, at any time I can take these rewards and I can compound them. So if I wanted to take these accumulated breads right here and add them to my breads balance, I could use the recake button, and then I could continue doing that every hour if I wanted to, because remember, there is that 60-minute cooldown period. And then at any time I can also come and withdraw these rewards as they accumulate as well using that eat bread button. And that just takes those rewards and sends them directly to my wallet. And there's no limitations on how often you can eat bread. So of course, that's always great. You can withdraw as often as you want. So it's a really nice system. This is a tried and true type of DeFi project. Again, these inflationary miners have become extremely popular because they tend to be so sustainable. And of course, I will be keeping you guys updated over time on my progress with this project. So if you haven't already done so, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on a future video as well. So if you got value out of this video, do me a favor and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. And also make sure you follow me over on X and join my Telegram group as well so you can stay connected. And I've got links for both of those down below in the description. Also, if you're interested in trading these crypto markets, I've got some awesome deposit bonuses that you can get when you sign up to BingX or to Blowfin. Those are my 2 preferred trading exchanges, and you can see all the details for that down below in the description as well. And of course, guys, as always, remember this is a DeFi project, and everything in DeFi and in crypto should be considered high risk. So make sure you always do your own research and only use risk capital for these kinds of projects. Okay, so with that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.